the Siskiyou Golden Fair. It's 9th August, or the 9th of August, 2025. We're here with George Jenin from RC&D, and I'm just going to turn it right over to George.
All right, thanks. Yeah, so ORCAL Resource Conservation and Development Council. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we do some pretty interesting projects in our 5-county and 2-state area. It's actually the Upper Klamath Watershed is how we were designed originally. So, one of our projects is the Siskiyou Mountains Interstate 5 overcrossing study and design project. So we're working with Wildlife Conservation Board in California to design and reduce the number of wildlife being killed along the Interstate 5 and cars being damaged and lives threatened by just preventing wildlife from being on Interstate 5.
Oh, wow. So, and how long has this project been going on now?
It's been going on about a year and a half. So the study and design, the design parts are starting to kick in. They've completed the study, and then they'll look at places for opportunities for overcrossings or culvert replacement or some design, maybe some fencing, different ways to keep the animals off the freeway and get them, but still be able to migrate to get to water and feed.
Nice.
The different seasonal changes, they can do their migration.
Great. And so what other projects are you guys working on?
Well, we're working on fuels reduction projects, so, it also is a help with wildlife to have our community safer, and to reduce the amount of tall brush. We've been putting out fires for so long that actually it's part of the problem now. The fire exclusion is, created unhealthy forests and unhealthy conditions around our communities. So similar to what the tribes used to do, they worked their way out from the community, the center, and made it safe, and also used it for, improve their cultivation and the different products that they brought out of the woods. We just want to make our community safe. We've lost over 800 structures in the last 10 years in Siskiyou County. And so it's preventable, and so some of the work we're doing is help protect the community and help protect people and animals from travel in the county, so that's an important thing. And
I remember I used to be safety in the Air Force, and one of the cardinal rules were that prevention cost 4 times less than actually recovery. So,
and for example, in the San Diego fires they had a few years ago, it was 6 times more expensive to do the recovery on the ground than it would have cost to do the prevention beforehand. So and then we look for the Paradise Fire and things like that. Some communities just don't recover.
Right.
So it's kind of like not on my watch. We're going to make sure we can help get this community, Wairika and other communities, to get as much work as they can to protect the community. Another project we do is workforce development. So that's part of our name is Resource Conservation and Development. So we're working with the YCC program at the Goose Nest Ranger District and getting kids out doing jobs with the staff in the different areas. Like, they do bee studies, they do banding of raptors, some really cool Pika surveys, all kinds of stuff. And they also do just community service jobs, so around the community. So, youth and workforce development, and then we've been working with the college for years trying to, we're working toward a forestry and ag program maybe someday. So just because this is forest and ag country, and so just, finding places where there's a need, where it's not being served.
And you were telling me earlier that it started out with just kind of like you, and then it's kind of grown. And how did that progress? How did that progress?
Well, we kind of hit the gold mine, so to speak. At some point, there's different on a nonprofit, it's staffing levels, and with a certain amount of grants, and then you kind of hit these peaks where you need more staff, and you've got to sustain them. We want to keep people working here. So if you want to keep good people, you've got to have enough grants to be able to, they know they've got security, they've got a job from year to year. So that's part of our, for us to be developing careers for people and be able to keep good people in our nonprofit organizations. We've got to have steady funding. We've got to manage our money well, and we have to keep a certain level of grants in the queue, and keep working. And then also we do some fee-for-service work too. We've developed an ID team. So what that means is groups that help organizations or agencies complete NEPA, the environmental work before projects can be done, or CEQA for California on private land. So we have staff that retired, skilled people that go back and help, either the agency or different people or organizations to get that environmental clearance work done. So it's another part of trying to increase the pace and scale of what we call restoration, which is getting us back to where we were before we started putting all the fires out, where, and bringing back natural fire in the good times of year. But we have to have it safe around our community in order to do that, because we've seen a lot of things go awry with fire. So it's a course tool. So,
and so if anybody wants to get involved with ORCAL RC&D or has projects or maybe ideas that you could probably facilitate, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call me at 530-643-6574. It's phone number. My email is george.jennings@orecalrcdc.org. We're also, we have a website and all the social media outlets. We're also part of the Wairika Area Fire Safe Council. So if you see on Facebook, the Wairika Fire Safety, there's a lot of fire safety information that we get out to folks in partnering with the community, Wairika, and we actually the Wairika Fire Safe Council goes from Cram Gulch up to Hawkinsville, so it's a pretty big area, but we need that work done in all those areas. So
okay, great.
And we're here at the fair.
Yeah, that's right.
Right next door to you guys, so we're staying busy over here.
We're all trying. So we got a great booth over here. Thank you for helping us out there. I know that you're getting ready to move. I don't know where you're moving to, but you'll be available.
Yeah, we're looking for a new office, and where things are growing. And I know the college is getting busier too. We've been working with the college and housed there for quite a few years, so we're pretty excited about that growth for them and growth for us.
Right. So if anybody has a home for ORCAL RC&D, give George a call.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. We're gonna play some music out, and you have a great day.
All right. Thank you.